Well, we just heard it from the boss man himself. The Denver Broncos are not trading Courtland Sutton or Jeudy. This week is the NFL's annual league summit in Arizona. Head coaches, GMs, and owners all gather for this multi-day event. This is also a good opportunity for the media to have access to those guys. And like usual, Broncos head coach Sean Payton has made his rounds with the media. This afternoon, he spoke with NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero, and he made it quite clear that the team is not going to trade Courtland Sutton or Jeudy. I see and read just like everyone else, Payton said. Then, occasionally, when someone really crowds the plate, I throw a fastball right at their chin, and they back up and they're like, all right. And so I haven't thrown any fastballs lately, but we're not trading those two players. When people call and the phone rings like it does that time of year, George Paton's job is to pick it up and say, hey, tell you what, we're not. And so we've received calls, you bet. Those are two good football players. But we're in the business of gathering talent right now. Why do people call? Because they know we're void of draft picks and that we might, because there was some discussion a year ago, I think, regarding Courtland. But we like the current group that we're working with. Okay, there you go. I pretty much think that makes it pretty clear. Sean Payton likes Courtland Sutton and Jeudy and does not want those guys anywhere but in Denver. Now, Payton also did come out and say that there have been teams that have called. You know that there are. Those reports have been out for weeks. But based on the way Payton's talking, it doesn't sound like that the Broncos initiated any of those calls. It would certainly be dumb for the Broncos to not at least pick up the phone, but I bet the conversations went something like this. Hello, is Jeudy or Courtland Sutton available? Yes, are you guys willing to give up a first-round pick? No, we're not. Okay, thank you, goodbye. I'm pretty certain that's basically how those conversations went, man. Courtland Sutton and Jeudy are two key pieces of the Broncos moving forward. And yes, there are arguments out there to potentially move on from one of them, especially Courtland Sutton and his $18 million cap hit, but at the same time, the Broncos clearly feel like they bring more value to the team than any potential draft picks that they could get in exchange. This year is do or die for Russell Wilson in Denver, and quite frankly, the Broncos need to give him as many weapons as possible. Just because Sean Payton said the Broncos are not going to trade away their top two wide receivers, that doesn't mean that the team is not done adding to that unit. In light of the KJ Hamler injury, the team still needs a speedy slot receiver. They just signed Marquez Callaway in free agency, but he more closely matches the skill set of Courtland Sutton, Jeudy, and Tim Patrick. We really don't have a guy that matches KJ Hamler's skill set on the roster save for Jalen Virgil. Perhaps the Broncos do believe that Jalen Virgil can take that next step forward in his game next season, but at the same time, Jalen Virgil simply cannot do what a healthy KJ Hamler can. I would definitely keep an eye on the Broncos adding another speedy slot receiver, especially in the draft. Despite Sean Payton coming out and making this announcement, that does not make me believe that teams are going to stop calling about Courtland Sutton or Jeudy. Unless one of those teams comes in and absolutely blows Denver away with an offer, most likely the phone is going to get hung up. So there you go, Broncos country. Sounds like Courtland Sutton and Jeudy will both be Denver Broncos next year. I really am excited for this. It's going to be good to finally see what this receiving core can do at their full potential. We have yet to have all four of our top receivers truly on the field together. Courtland Sutton, Jeudy, Tim Patrick, and KJ Hamler. If we can finally have all four of those guys on the field, then this receiving core can be one of the best in the NFL. All right, Broncos country, now that Sean Payton has come out and said that the team is not going to trade Courtland Sutton or Jeudy, how do you feel about the team's wide receiving core moving forward? Do you feel that the team needs to add to that unit at all? Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for continuing Broncos coverage. And for now, guys, this has been another episode of Denver Broncos Syndicate. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.